And so once I really got more knowledgeable about it with this one, that's late.
I can't be on time to save my life, bro.
I decided to start doing classes.
Coming to the stage now, Wade.
Yo, I got the couch to myself. Yeah.
So going back to what you were saying about Caitlyn, the way she brands herself,
right.
And it breeds the type of comments and the type of followers, right? Mm-hmm. How would you say she brands herself?
Sex sells. I feel like she does both ass and she does both technique.
Okay.
Yeah, I that's pretty much it. When I first met her, it was all about well, she brands herself fitness, and every woman we know when it's time to lose weight, hit the gym.
Glutes, ass, yeah. Flat stomach, and ass. Yeah.
So she has to brand herself based on the clientele that she has. Now she's in the fitness world, stretching world, and now she's branding herself as flexibility trainer for fitness. That's pretty much it.
Okay, so how do you deal with that when it comes to like the comments and do you go back and forth with the commenters?
It depends on what they say though.
Okay. Do you check that page first? It's like, you got.
Every now and then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Sorry we had to leave like that. Sorry, Wade was late. Actually.
Oh.
Call me in the morning, Wade.
A little salt. Go ahead.
It depends. Nothing goes past my page. Like I always have time. I look at every comment. Comments do bother me. I mean, it depends what the person says. It depends how they say it. It depends how they write it. Every now and then, you'll get that one person, fat boy. I lost a lot of weight. I'm down 60-something pounds now.
Nice.
So now it's a little, who's that husky dude? And I'm cool with that. I love it. Like,
that's the compliment.
That's the compliment I want. But when it comes to like, it's my job. It's my work ethic. This is everything for me.
Yeah.
So when you talk about my work.
But it's mostly men that give you that hate, right?
Oh nah, I feel like it's women too.
Really?
Yeah, it's very rare that it might be a boy, a guy.
Really?
I'll get more girl haters than men haters. It's crazy how that works, right?
Really? I would think it'd be the opposite way.
Nah, and it's always black people. I mean, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Like, one time I got a white woman, one time I got an Asian woman, but most of my hate comes from the black community.
Is it because you think there's a lack of understanding, a lack of lack of appreciation for what you do?
Yeah. When I post just dances, when I only posted dances, what happened was that I was getting people understood it was art. Mm-hmm. At some point, I had to sexualize what I was doing to get my. I'm not dumb. I see what works. I had to over sexualize what I was doing, but I realized like everybody and their mother's doing what I'm doing now. So and they're doing it with sex sells. And my page, I'm not gonna say a lot of girls' names, but I work with so many girls. Yeah. 1.5 million followers now. Yeah. 600,000 followers now.
Said that with a pop collar, boy.
Yo, I worked with, and when I was working with them, they had 5,000 followers.
Okay.
So me working with them,
you said you got
I promoted their content. Yeah. I did a lot. Like, Kayla would hit me up and be like, "Look, how should I do this? How should I do that?" And I'll sit there and don't charge them. Oh, look, point your toes more. Turn up. What if you do it like this? That's why she always says that when you see those comments, like, yo, roll through, do this, because that's my job. That's my work. You know what I mean? And she's promoting it. I had
So how did you get into the flexibility training, for, like, coming from ballet? Was it a conscious decision? Was it something like this kind of happened? You were training one person, then it turned into a group of people?
I faked the shit. I faked it.
You faked it?
No, true story. Like,
okay.
I took pictures with the girls in my company at the time.
Ballet company?
Ballet company.
Okay.
I was signed to a ballet company, and I took a few pictures, and at the time, it was like 60-something likes. That shit was a lot to me. Yeah. People were like, "Oh my God, I want to look like them. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, you trained so many ballet girls," not realizing that we were probably in a show in the mirror taking a picture. We never said no, we never said yes, and we just ran with it.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the what were your first problems as far as like dealing with the clientele, like the problems that you were into, like with the charge, how many people you can handle in a class, what's too many in one class to make everyone feel like they got enough attention?
The problem that I was having when I first started was how much was my work. I think I was charging like $5. Okay. Then I went to $30. Okay.
Per head, and then
per head, and then I never did classes until maybe 2 years ago. Okay. The money situation, it was always about money. I didn't know if I should say, if you wanted me to try, I used to charge $300 just to travel. And my flight was like $900. And my hotel fee was like altogether $1,200, and I used to charge $300. So I was never making the money. I had to put my own money into it. So I was always afraid, if I say $1,200, would that be like a, would they turn their heads and be like, nah, I'm not paying that. Why am I paying you that? Also,
how long did you do that before you were
before I realized my worth?
Yeah.
Before I realized how much, for a while. I think I've been doing this shit for 5 years, and I just got popular doing COVID.
COVID really changed a lot of people's lives.
What?
Yeah.
I mean,
so it started with online?
No. It started, I've been doing this shit for a while, but my page blew up during COVID.
Okay.
Like, I was home all the time. Yeah. Everybody was home, and all we had was our Instagram, and we were scrolling and whatnot. COVID really, I was just telling my Uber driver earlier, like, I wish, not wishing any bad luck on anybody, but I wish we can go through COVID again, relive it, because I banked. I banked, man. What? But yeah, this business that we're in, just to say, like, I talk about that every day, how the business that we're in, it's hard, man. It's extremely hard. Knowing your price, people take advantage of you. People tell you all the time, and this is all in the beginning. If I work with them, it would make me look good. They would help me get followers. You know how it goes. And that's what I dealt with in the beginning. Now everything's a dime. Everything's a dime. I gotta get paid for everything. Yeah. If I'm out in your state already, I'm not gonna charge you my top dollar. I'm gonna charge, because I'm already here, so I'm gonna charge you something, but not overprice it. But
so, before I get into the more basic questions, I want to get into like something that's like a little bit, what you don't necessarily run into a lot. So I saw you posting yourself working out, and you were saying you like to show the ugly moments because it's important. Right. It's because you like to see, like, most people like to show the commercial side of things, the best side of things. Why do you feel it's important to show the ugly, quote unquote, ugly side of training, or like a person's struggle?
Because oftentimes I run into people that pay for the body and then promote. Yeah. I run into people that it's hard for them to lose weight. They don't realize I've been trying to lose weight for 7 years, up and down. And I think it's important so that people know that they're not alone. Like, we're all in this together. Hard work, consistency. I've always posted ugly, but as I got bigger and started seeing myself different, I didn't like the way I looked. Yeah. So now I'm like, I don't care. I'm already out here. You guys already know what I look like. Fuck it. Like, can't hide it no more. Yeah. So I got a stomach now. I'm going to embrace it, and you guys are going to see me lose it.
That's what's up. Yeah. So how does your work affect your dating life?
The person I'm with now.
How long you been together?
What month we in now?
Don't make me lie.
What are we in, October?
October?
Yeah,
October.
December, the last week of December makes a year. Okay. She met me doing what I do, and I don't cross lines. So like, if I ever, I don't cross lines with nobody. It's all about money. But with her, it was a little different. Like, I had to tell her she couldn't be my client
if you're gonna be my girl.
Yeah. No, like, I met her one time, and she wanted to train more, and I never took her calls, never took her text message, because I don't know, it was just something about her. And I explained that to her. She didn't like me because I was, overweight. She said it. She can't look past the fact that I'm a big dude. She's never been with she's fit, never been with a big dude. Yeah. And before her, people was insecure. Yeah. I was around girls all the time. I was around girls like Rachel Fit. I don't know if you know who Rachel Fit is.
No, I don't know her name, but I mean, just understanding and looking at your page and the different clientele. Look, and then also the positions that you have in as well.
So, Rachel, okay, Kayla is the type of person. Kayla will send me videos of her in a bathing suit or a thong. And for me, I know it's business. She's just asking me, how should she post this picture? Yeah. Like, clickbait. And I'm like, if you turn this way, men want to see this and men want to see that. If you point your toes and put your leg up and hold it. So my previous relationship used to look at that, not like, why is she sending you a picture with her ass out? No, it has to be more with this. And I'm like, nah, it's really just, we just trying to create content. She's helping me, I'm helping her, and we winning. Yeah. So back in the day, it was hard. And you would thought that they were cool with it. At some point,
they always say they're cool with it, and then
but when they really catch feelings and we fall in love, they expect me to, like, you can't change, you can't train, you can't post her like this, you can't post like that. And I used to post heavy sex sales.
Yeah.
Heavy sex sales, and it was always a problem 3 months down the line. So now the person I'm with now, she don't care.
You think because she met you doing what you do?
All of them met me. I just think that she's more. She knows who she is, and she knows who I am. Like I never cross. I don't really cross the line. I don't nothing. She knows the same way I post on Instagram, the same way I'm in real life. Like sex. I see so many girls throughout the week, throughout the day that you having a fat ass just like means nothing to me. Mm-hmm. So she knows that.
So your girl's back in NY?
Yeah, she lives in New York.
Okay. So you said she's a trainer?
She's a yoga teacher.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. So how'd you get her past come to the big boy land?
She told me that I wasn't her type. And typically when you hear a woman say that and they single, it's like your type's not working. So how do you know if I'm not the type if you know?
That boy got bars.
No, it's true. Like think about every woman that you met that told you, or anybody like, oh, that's not my type. He's too nice, and then they end up with these dudes that either cheat, whatever. And I just told her like, what do you have to lose? Like, and she was like, and then I paid my Uber driver. I met an Uber driver, nice car. I told him I wanted to do a date. Gave me his number. I got caught up watching Power. You saw Power, you remember Power, right? Yeah. And how he had the bodyguard always following. So I took her on a date. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. Took her on a date, and swear to God, he followed us everywhere. He was walking with us. He drove next to us. He waited outside. Took on a date up how far Atlanta is to you, the city, to where we at right now. Yeah. And he played her favorite song. I went outside with her. I planned this shit out and started dancing with her outside while the car was, moving, and he took pictures. And in the wintertime, at the time, we had like 1,000 lights in the street, like just like street lights. What's that? Christmas lights, white lights. And I took her under those lights, and we just started dancing. And she was like, "Yo, we can give this a chance." And I was like, "Yo, I had money, that COVID money. You can do a lot.
You money. Came up with the pandemic.
Yo, I did, man. Blessed."
Have you ever dated someone in class before her?
Have I ever dated someone in class before her?
From your class, yeah.
So when I started, a lot of people, because that's everybody's biggest question, like, yo, how do you, the things I hear is like, how do you, the biggest one, and they're blunt, how do you not get hard? I'm like, damn, like, it's work. Like, I don't pass girls every day and think about getting my shit off.
I think with that comes with that question, because I think I can answer that one. So you post a clip, right? Mm-hmm. You post a clip in a compromising position.
Right.
I know from like a class, even like when I used to train women, you may be in a compromised position for 10, 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. If you're worried about like what you're doing, form, getting the thing right, like servicing your customer, right, you're not worried about that.
Right.
But they only see a clip. And they only see you right here, and you're like, well, I just put my hand right here. Like that's like obviously that's low brow stuff.
So you guys only see the clip, and what you guys see in the video is me and a person. Yeah. What you guys never see is that it's always a person recording. Mm-hmm. Or it might be a class, and the whole class might be on the other side, and I'm always on one side. How I like to explain it is simple. I get and this is true story. I get a lot of girls that come to me that have been training with me for maybe 6 sessions, which is 6 sessions is 6 times is 6 weeks, and I only see my clients once a week. Okay. These girls, some of them are so comfortable, they'll get naked in front of me, and I'm gonna be so honest with you, it's uncomfortable. Yeah. And the reason why it's uncomfortable.
Are they so comfortable they get naked? Like, you talking about stripper naked, or are you talking about like about underwear naked?
Stripper naked, underwear naked.
Okay, so the strippers, that's a different lifestyle. They get naked for a lifestyle, so they're comfortable with like everyone seeing their body, and you're not a threat. Right. So they just it is what it is.
But sometimes it won't even be just me; it'd be other people in the class. But you got to understand, if a woman walks here right now and you don't know, and she gets
butt ass.
You're not gonna be, oh shit, let me go touch her. You're gonna be like, yo, subconsciously you're gonna be like, oh, chill. So with me, I always tell myself, let me step out the room. Now, before years ago, I used to stay in the room. I used to be cool with it. But now, like, the more bigger you get, the more you gotta be careful. And people coming for you, or he stayed in the room. I saw him looking at my ass, and like, but true story, like,
have you dealt with that yet?
Yeah.
Okay. How'd you deal with that? Well, give the backstory first. What happened?
I put myself in a situation where I used to train. I trained 2 people in the house, and I put myself in a situation where One girl, her session was at 7 p.m. and what happened was that she had cheekies on, like underwear, cheekies. Yeah. And I walked in. I was like, "Yo, can you?" I didn't walk in at first. I was like, "Yo, can you put pants on?" And she's like, "I'm home. I should be comfortable." And she was right, but this was a little, I'm your trainer. Let's get dressed. So not educating myself, I just walked right behind her, and she put stuff on, and then I promise you, the next day she texted me and was like, "Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, I forgot rent was due," and I'm like, "What that got to mean?" She was like, "I paid you for a package. I think I was charging like $600 at the time." And she was like, "I need my money back." And I'm like, "I'm not holding your money. I'm not your bank. Like, you paid me for services. There's no refund." She was like, "Well, you did come in my house and then you did look at my butt and you tried to touch me." And I was like, "You do realize, like, I'm going to screenshot and save this message because you're, like, trying to blackball me or blackmail me." I can't remember what I told her, but I just saved the message. And then, if it ever comes out, I just have proof that she don't even saying this just to get the money back. But honestly, if you ever look at my videos, I don't ever really touch them. My backhand, you guys never see what I tell them. I just tell them, like, I have to touch you here. If you ever feel uncomfortable, just let me know. And no woman's ever came to my class, never heard what I have to touch you. And I let them know before I touch them where I'm going to touch them at. So this business, like, because I'm a male, I got to work extra harder and be careful more than any other person doing what I do. So, yeah.
So, next obvious question. You said it yourself when we were talking in pre-production. You said you get asked a lot if you're gay.
Right.
So it's mostly men that say that? Or
is it what?
It's mostly men that come with that question?
No, I get girls that write me that too. I get girls that question. I see it on other people's pages. Kayla's friends might ask them. It's weird because people expect me to.
Because of the ballet background or the
ballet. So I can understand the ballet. So when people ask me about the ballet, I understand, like, is he undercover? Did he come out the closet? I understand all that.
Okay.
Typically, most ballet dancers, that myth that is most ballet dancers are gay. And I grew up knowing that only male ballet dancers were gay, in the black community. But as I got older, education, like, you see so many straight males, but I get why they ask me that. A lot of people now ask me that because I don't know, I just feel like they just expect me to, because I'm training somebody, I should be fucking them. Mm-hmm. It's so weird that question, just because I'm not on it, you don't see me. Like, in my head, I know she looks good, I know her body's amazing, but I'm not, it's business. Yeah. And it's weird that people can really sit there or wherever they are, think that every time, it's crazy. Yeah. It's bananas. I just think it's crazy.
So what about, have you ever had any problems working with clients outside of, like, the home situation, like in class, like based on attitude? They were just difficult to work with, or it was just like a personal reservation?
Yeah. So I don't really know now, but when I started this job, I was always trying to read everybody's face. Damn it, does she like me? Is she learning from me? Mm-hmm. Does she think this is worth it? If they, looked resting bitch face, damn, I'm doing something wrong. Yeah. I try to block what I think a person might be thinking about. But yeah, every now and then I get a woman with an attitude. I used to tell people all the time.
Where's the attitude stem from? Because they can't get it, or frustrated?
Or frustrations because they can't do it. Mm-hmm. If it's a class sentence, they might be embarrassed. Yeah. So it really depends on the context of. It's crazy. Every now and then I get a woman. I can't be too nice. If I'm too nice, I was flirtatious. Mm-hmm.
That's the hardest part about being a man. Because I was raised in the South, so when I went to the Midwest and I talked to women that's not in Southern culture, you tell a joke to a woman the same way you would talk to a man, like making small talk. Mm-hmm. He's flirting, right? And it's like, no, just talking.
All the time. I hear it. I used to get it. Now I tell people, and when I explain to people why I would rather them, I love that I hear he's mean, he's direct, he's disrespectful. I'd rather hear those names about myself because I know that
it's a lot. It's a lot cheaper to be an asshole.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, man. When I used to be a playful person, he tried to talk to me, or clients. I've had clients because of stuff I write on my page too. Before I was in a relationship, even when I was with her, mm-hmm. I was telling people how I moved. I told people that story. Yeah. So females hear that and be like, especially the ones that are single, they'll hear that and be like, damn, why is he single? Why is he not, like, you know what I mean? And I've had girls that come to my class, and you know, I can tell. I used to think I could tell, but I can't tell anymore. That may have feelings for me, and
how do they shoot their shot without saying it directly?
Before my girl, one person was like, "You should give this a chance," and I didn't know how to tell I wasn't interested because I still wanted to keep it professional, and I was just like, I really wasn't interested. If she was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, if she was gorgeous, I probably would have went with it and tried to talk to her. Honestly, that's a true story. But I tried to be nice to her and say, look, I'm not interested. I don't mix business with pleasure is one of the things I told this girl, and her whole attitude changed towards me. Okay. And it was just
when women get rejected, they normally go
it was
nuclear. So what she called you gay? She said you're disrespectful. Why did she change?
So when I started posting my girl, the first date. Like, I'll post a picture.
Oh, you was off rip with it.
Oh, I was on it. Like, I was really, really on it. I remember posting her, like, my view.
Do you think, did you do that previously, or did you feel like you had to do that to let her know that she's chosen and she's up front and a priority?
I do feel like sometimes I have to overdo it because
of what you do.
Of what I do.
Okay. Were you like that previously?
Honestly, I think the world fucked me up. Like, me being cheated on. Like, I feel like I used to be a romantic person. And then as I got older, these girls change. Like, I've had a girl, I was with her, and I think I wrote somebody on their Instagram page, like I don't know how to, I don't want to say, like, I write love stuff on my Instagram page. Okay. And this girl's page was so, like, her page was fire, and I wrote poetic, like, let me love you, or some shit. I wrote some dope shit on her shit.
Yeah.
And the girl I was with at the time, and yes, I shouldn't have wrote that, but the girl.
You had a girl?
Yeah, but it was one of those situations where I didn't think she was going to see it. It's kind of weird, because I don't want to make someone cheating.
So you did it to yourself.
No, right, but then, okay, so here's what she did wrong, though. Okay. All I wrote that was on a girl's page, and I wrote it publicly. It wasn't like I wrote something.
That's the worst to some people.
I get it, and I swear, but here's the worst part, what she did. And she tried to justify it.
The cheating?
We broke up she was pissed at me, and the next day she slept with somebody.
Oh, that didn't count because we was on a break.
All that.
Oh, she said that?
She didn't say, she said something similar to that. She was like, it didn't mean shit. Like, yo, I don't even want to talk about that. I'm being pissed right now just thinking about that shit. But yeah, she told me, like, yo, all I did was write on the girl's page. And the thing is, when I write on some people's pages or like 10 pictures, they'll repost it. And that's what happened. The girl happened to repost what I wrote. It was like, oh my God, Wade Bryant wrote on my page. And I was like,
this is why you were popping, though.
Yo, this
okay.
Yo. Yeah. But it wasn't on some, I was reading her message, not her message, but her meme that she wrote. You know, she wrote something loving, and I piggybacked off of it. Was like, because I write too. Yeah. And I was just write something in that nature, like, let me love you. And the person I was with read that, and
she ran with it.
Took it the wrong way, and it wasn't. I tried to explain to her, it wasn't nothing like that. The girl posted it, I reposted it. I didn't think it was gonna be crazy, but she read it, and then she.
I think that was an oversight on your part. That was oversight on your part.
Yeah, but
I mean, live and learn. Live and learn.
You live and learn. I don't write anybody in their DM. I don't write anything. Yeah. And I just feel like things come back and bite you.
Facts. It's going back to what you said, like being too nice, flirting, right? If you ever have those moments as men, well, there's a lot of moments we have as men. It just happens where, like, if you too nice, you basically do what a man's supposed to do. Like, from a gentleman standpoint, is you're either too nice or you're trying to shoot your shot. It's like, no, I'm just being what I'm supposed to be.
It's not receptive. Weird times right now. Yeah, we're in weird times. It's like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. Men, I feel like, and this is a tricky. It's one of those topics that's hard to talk about, because I think men right now, it's like, I do feel like women react more on fuckboys.
They do.
If I had more of a nonchalant approach to things, then damn,
it's nonchalant and aggressive at the same time. Right. A healthy mix of that.
It's what they portray what alpha should be. But if I'm coming to you on some manly shit, on some romance shit, it's like I'm doing too much.
They're not used to it. That's that's what I would say. That's my opinion on this. With men that don't project that fuckboy energy and that narcissism energy, what they used, like what you said with your girl, like your type hasn't been working.
Right.
They haven't run away from that type yet. They like, oh, this is what I want. This is my recipe. This is what I'm signed up for, and they can do it over and over and over. And then you get in that whole bag of messages of like, okay, men aren't this, and no, it's the one that you deal with that's that.
Right.
And they don't understand that until it's too late. And then a lot of times, I was just having this conversation with my homegirl. She was like, a lot of girlfriends, they don't tell them. They just like, yeah, girl, you told him, and like you. And somebody said this other day when they were talking about, or geeking them up without like letting them just hang themselves like with like just that thinking that they're right and like going on those monologues and being hot girls and city girls and stuff like that. But it's just they don't get it. Somebody said this other day, they were talking about marriage counseling, and it was kind of ironic because it was on a sports show. He said, you can either be right or you can be happy.
Right.
And a lot of people, I feel like a lot of situations, people want to win the argument versus compromise on things that can be a conversation. And it's a very simple statement, right?
Right.
But it's like, boom, light bulb goes off real easy. So one thing else I want to cover is about your classes, right? Gay men, how do you train? Did it take a Did it take a moment?
We can talk about this. It took me a while. So
give me your first experience
with
like training a gay man in your class.
My first experience was with the LGBTQ community, and I'm gonna be honest. I think, and forgive me if I'm saying the wrong thing.
We're still learning. I mean, but the fact that you're saying it shows that you're willing to learn and you're trying to.
Yeah. I took classes to understand them. Like, I went to like programs to understand the LGBTQ community.
Okay.
Shout out to The Door, because their name it's The Door in New York, and they're real big on LGBTQ. And
send me that page.
I got you.
Yeah.
I took classes. It wasn't the class. It was a phone call that I got, a DM that I got, and I was like, yeah. I gave them my number. Call me. Let's talk. I swear, I was talking to her. It was a guy that it was
transitioning into a woman,
and I
transitioning or transitioned, or in the
transition in the process of transition.
Okay.
So they had the boobs done. They just didn't have the penis cut off yet.
Yeah.
And she had spoke to me, and it took me a while to say how I'm saying she now. It took me a long time to get used to that.
It's confusing.
Yeah,
it's confusing because we have to re-educate ourselves.
Right. So she hit me up, and I was like, sure, I'm willing to train you. And she was like, because you only post women on your page. And she was like, we don't see none of that. I was like, honestly, like, I'm willing to train anybody. Like, and I'm the type of person who will train a stripper and get a bunch of strippers. I don't mind training one person, because I need to
one
get
leads
out
to 10.
There.
Yeah,
right.
one leads to 10.
So
especially
when she
you
heard
can be
that
professional.
and how nice I was, she broke down and she started crying on the phone. And she was like, it's hard because, and she judged me based on my beard and how I look, and she was
same
like,
thing I give.
Yeah, she was like, yo, we just thought that you'd be mean, and she was like, she was in one of those groups, those diva groups that do the dance things,
like a burlesque show, or like
something they call this shit something else.
Drag shows.
Yeah, drag shows.
Okay.
She was in like a house. They called it a house or something, and I told her like, yeah, she was like, they had a group chat like, yo, he's not gonna train us. He's probably gonna kill us if we like try to talk to him and train. I was like, nah, I'm mad cool. Bring all of them, let's train. But as far as the game, the gay men, it's tough. And I've never told, only 2 people know this shit. I've trained 2 gay men, and I know it's gonna sound crazy. I trained 2 gay men, and I'm gonna be very blunt. And I didn't understand the first time. Like, one of the gay men that I trained sent me a dick pic.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
And
did you feel like a woman that gets tried off at work?
So no, because I didn't understand it. So we're gonna get into that.
Okay.
Send me the dick pic, and
before or after you trained them?
While they were still my client.
So you had trained them, and then while you
maybe like 3 sessions in.
Okay, and he paid for 6, and after the 3rd session,
send me a dick pic.
Boom, sent you the hammer.
The next text after that, I was like, oh shit, my bad, wrong number. So I was cool with that. Okay, cool. I ain't spazzed out. I really respected it because our relationship was business, and it was respect for business thing. I didn't think of it. Yeah. 3 years later, someone else I trained that was gay as well sent me a dick pic. I have a guy that I grew up with that was a dancer, my boy for life, and he told me what they was doing. I didn't understand it. Yeah, they was testing me. Yeah. And see how I might react to it. Once I realized that, it took me a while to want to start training gay men, because it was like, again, if I'm too nice,
flirtatious.
Then I'm if I'm too nice to them and I'm not acting like how other men might treat them, and I'm like, yo, and I'm putting my hands in them, showing them how to stretch. They took that as an invite, and honestly, I was kind of pissed. Now, honestly speaking, but the world we live in today, it's even hard to like even say negative things, and so.
Well, it's not. I think that's where the problem comes in with straight community and the gay community, right? It's not. You're not saying anything necessarily negative.
Oh, we know we're not.
Right, but it'll be perceived as negative because you have your right to your emotion, but the way they've been portrayed and prosecuted, and then like the type of hatred that they've experienced, everything, like even constructive criticism may sound like hate. It is not that, because you're not saying it with hate. You're just saying, hey, I was training you and I was being respectful. Next thing I know, I got this on my phone, and now it's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, so it took me a hot minute. Now, when the guys come to my class, they be just as flexible or better than the women. And it took me a while. I think I put that on my page too. I posted one doing the same shit I do with the girls, picking their legs up.
Yeah.
And I've had that video for like 4 years.
Okay.
You guys don't ever know because I still look the same with the beard. And I was like, fuck it, let me post it.
Were you holding on to it for your own personal reasons, or what?
I was holding it because I was afraid of being judged. It's different. It's like you
those comments really get to you, huh?
Look, we live in a world where social media, and it's sad though. Social media will either make you or break you. Yeah. And all it takes is one person to say something negative on somebody's social media page, and then. And it's a firestorm. And then after that,
or if someone frames the narrative, and then you don't have enough people to come to your defense. Even if you have people coming to your defense, sometimes the lie. Charlamagne says this all the time. Sometimes the lie is more entertaining than than truth. And so people run with that.
That's when people ask me all these weird questions. That's
about the sexuality
even like touching girls and how you not get hard. That's why I walk on the straight path. And don't get me wrong, I'm not ashamed to say it. Like, I fucked up twice in this business. Like, when I first started this shit, I'm 32 now. Mm-hmm. When I started this shit years ago, early 20s, of course, like, I didn't know how to control that. Like, I saw, like, yo.
And it's right there. I mean, you're a human being.
But we get older, and it's like, you mature as you get older. And honestly, I love when the bank account looks amazing. And I cannot fuck up my money because, her ass might be fat, or she's willing to give a quick nut, and nuts only last but 5 minutes, if that. You know what I mean? So money lasts. I love the money that I get. The money's amazing. I travel. I tell my clients every time a new client meets me, every class I go to, I travel on their dime. They pay for me to. Yeah. So they pay for me to be in this room right now. So you know how it is. Yeah. But man, it's tough. Like this business, it's tough.
What do you see? Well, before I get into that, social media. Mm-hmm. At what number did you see the number of followers hit your bank account, like, or affect your bank account from monetization 10K. Standpoint? 10K? 10K. So what happened at 10K? What was the significance of 10K?
When I told people, when I had 5,000 followers, kid you not, if I told somebody I'd charge $30 to train them, that was too much. Okay. When I hit 10K, no one questioned my prices. Nobody questions people expect me. When I tell them my price is now $80, they're like, oh, I expected more. Mm-hmm. So 10K, once I got to 10K, my followers went up from there. It took me like years to get to 10K. Yeah. But once I got 10K, it just went up. Okay. And I use my Instagram as stock. If it's going up one day, then I know my page is getting out there. My page, I got a business now, so we're gonna talk about. There's a lot to talk about because I used to look at my social media as like golden, and when Instagram crashed the other day,
lost your mind.
Yo, I didn't just lose my mind. I was like, I just promoted. I was coming to Atlanta to do the pop-up class.
I thought about that.
You saw it on TikTok, right?
I thought about that.
I posted on my Instagram. Nobody saw it because Instagram was down, right? So I was like, damn. But I built the website a month ago, so I got blessed to have the website up. Yeah. So it was one of those situations like, damn, if I didn't have this website, I'd have been asked out. Like nobody would know my moves, my whereabouts. Yeah. And at one point, I used to bank off social media. I used to feel like I needed social media to get myself out there. Yeah. And now it's like 10K after 10K. Now I'm about to hit 100K. Yeah. And it's about to be over.
Yeah.
my prices go up. Yesterday's price, not today's price.
That's the phrase, right?
No,
so what's the long-term plan for the business? Have you thought about it, or is it still?
Yeah. So I'm doing this now, to build up my Alvin Ailey, my Ripley Greer Studios. If you don't know Ripley Greer Studios is a multi-purpose studio.
Okay.
So acting, singing, dancing, everything but pole dancing. I want to build up.
Why pole dancing? Why is pole dancing excluded? Is it on purpose, or
I think pole dancing right now is getting like Afro beats is getting mainstream now.
Okay.
Before, pole dancing used to be affiliated with strippers. Nobody understood it was also art too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think also with them, because they're so old school, they don't have the right, what do you call it? What we call it? Insurance for poles in the studio.
Okay.
So that's a whole different conversation.
Liability. Okay.
Right, yeah, there we go. Yeah. So I want to open up, I want people to come to New York, like how people come to Atlanta and feel like, oh, I need to go train with such and such. Because I want people to come to New York and feel like, yo, since I'm in New York, I need to come to Wade Bryant studio. Mm-hmm. Whether they're learning from me or learning from the people under me. So the goal is to build Wade Bryant, do the footwork now, mm-hmm. and then 3 years from now, build a business where I'm not doing so much work.
Gotcha.
So
so how's your training process of training people to do what you do?
I've never done that. You talking about like as people under me?
Yeah.
I've never trained anybody to be under me.
Okay.
So
what is Kayla to you? Like, is she she's like a person that helps you assist with classes, or what? How would you explain that relationship?
Who, Kayla to me?
Yeah.
Boy, you see her 600,000 followers?
Yeah, I know.
I'm grabbing her followers. You gotta be smart on who you work with.
Yeah.
You gotta have people in your circle that can help you get to where you need to go to.
Right.
So yes, she's using me to help with my knowledge,
mm-hmm.
but I'm using her.
But it's a fair trade.
Yeah, I'm using her to grab her following.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know. Look, who do I play all the time on my page? I play nothing but Rick Ross on my page.
Yeah.
I see that Meek Mill follows her. I see she has so many people that follow her. Yeah. I didn't even know that. So Kayla to me is like, we just helping each other grow. Mm-hmm. Kayla, when I met Kayla, she had 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
Last year, 2 years ago, look what she's at now, 600,000.
Mm.
So clearly I'm doing something right. I can give you 6 other girls that had low followings when I met them. Mm-hmm. And then we start posting content. I can't claim all they following.
Yeah.
But
you definitely understand what you're responsible for.
Yeah. At some point, I watch the shit go up. I watch the shit grow.
Yeah.
So now it's like, putting people in the circle that when I open up a business, Kayla has her own gym in Houston. When I open up, I can call Kayla today and be like, look, meet me in Miami. And you see, she met me in Atlanta. So I can call her up and we can, to us, this is work for us.
Yeah.
For every video that goes viral on my page, it's money in my pocket.
Right.
So it's just work.
What's the most negative attention that you got from a video that you posted?
There's a most negative attention.
Yeah.
Oh, I rarely post kids on my page.
Okay.
Because when I post kids on my page, I get hate from everybody. Pedophile. I don't.
From the flexibility?
Yo.
I can understand that because.
Why is he touching her so close to her hips? Mm-hmm. Why is his face so close to her? Her private area. It's when I post kids, and I can be doing amazing shit with the kids. I'm talking about one hand, they doing a backflip, catching them. Mm-hmm. Why is he catching? Why is he holding her in a split? Why is her legs open? Why is this grown man touching her like this? So yeah, I went to bed one day. I posted a video. The first time I ever got 100 comments. Posted a video like 8 p.m. I had woke up to like 10 something in the morning, and I saw, and the little girl was crying on my page. I was stretching her, and she was crying.
Yeah.
But the backstory was they didn't realize she was crying because she was scared because the person I trained before her was crying. So the girl was just piggybacking.
Yeah.
And the shit that I read was like pedophile, pervert, ACS, all types of, I don't know what y'all call it, child services.
Okay.
I had so many. So somebody reached out to me and was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, if I didn't know you and I read these comments, I would have thought something was wrong. It's comment control. And that's when I realized the comment control, like certain things you can't post on my page. You don't see eggplant emojis on my page. I'm pretty sure I get them. You'll never see them because a person, you can post it on my page, you'll see it, but I won't see it and my page won't see it.
Yeah, because you got the sensor on there.
That sensor on it. So kids are the most negative. If you look at my TikTok with the kids on TikTok took my shit down for child pornography. because people were reporting that it was child pornography.
Yeah.
So I had wrote TikTok was like, look, I see white guys doing the same shit I'm writing. Like, at this point, you guys are just racist, and they reposted. Not saying they reposted because I said that.
No, I have a similar situation. So I reposted something that somebody from another page. It was just a repost, and I put a voiceover on it, right? But it was 2 white kids. It was a matter of fact, it was a kid, it was a little girl. She was in the little toy trucks. Yeah. So she ran over and hit her little brother, and then her mom comes out. I
saw it. If we're talking about the same video, yeah.
So and then the photo, the one that you probably saw, it probably hundred thousands of views, right? Mm-hmm. I posted mine. My comments went crazy. Everyone laughing because it was all tongue in cheek, right? Right. Got reported for community guidelines because of children harmed. I said, you can't.
I get that on my TikTok too.
Yeah, because it looks like children get harmed, but they don't know the difference because their bots just saying, okay, report. Oh, okay, we flag them, and then they took my page down. And I had to write in and explain it how can you take my page down because I got this from your page.
But it'd be the right. So
I got this from your site.
I'll take that shit, yo. People don't realize though this is our livelihoods. Yeah, and.
You speaking towards cancel culture at this point, right?
Yeah. This is our livelihood. This is my craft. This is I can either work for a dance company and still get the same clout that I'm getting now. I don't want to go that route. I hate working for people. Or I can do what I'm doing now, and I'm doing what I'm doing now.
Work for yourself.
Yeah, it's harder, but people don't realize when they write those stuff on your page, it
really affects your money.
Not just it affects your mind though. Every day I
don't think the internet cares though, as a whole.
As far as what?
Being sensitive to a person's what they're doing to a person, because they don't see even when we were talking about when guys say, "Oh, you're not getting hard," or "How you not get horny?" Because it's a person in a climate control situation, flicking. Oh, that looks interesting. Oh man, how come you ain't smashing that? Or same thing.
I smashed it if that was him.
Right. Or just as simple to say, man, this old whatever hateful comment they got. They don't see a person because they're not connected to it.
Got in my bag and ran it with no fumbles. Fell in love with the process, now the work working.